If you're receiving this video, your home is under contract and the buyers are in their due diligence period. To find out what that means for you, stick around. The first 10 to 14 days of the typical contract in Alabama contains a period that allows for the purchaser to inspect the property. Alabama is a buyer beware state, and most real estate contracts will have a clause that places the buyer on notice that they will need to inspect the home to verify items like the condition of the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, as well as items like the square footage, the lot size, and age of the property. This period is commonly referred to as the due diligence period. Buyers have the choice to inspect the property themselves, to hire a licensed home inspector to review the property, or to simply accept the property as is. The vast majority of buyers will hire a licensed home inspector to review the property and to provide a report to them regarding the condition of the home. A few buyers will use relatives or friends with building experience to provide them with some insight as to what repairs will be needed. It is extremely rare for a buyer to purchase the property without any form of inspection. The real estate contract also addresses the negotiation that can occur after an inspection. A buyer can typically walk away during the due diligence period citing an inspection issue without losing their earnest money deposit. They can also request that the seller make repairs or reduce the price to offset the deficient item. You should be aware that the typical home inspection report can look intimidating, as many have over 50 pages of items reviewed by the inspector. A good many of these reports use yellow, orange, and red to highlight areas of concern in the reports. If the buyer's agent and home inspector do not explain the report to the buyer, it can cause the deal to fall apart rather quickly. For instance, David and I sold a home where the inspection report indicated in red that the smoke detectors needed to be replaced and that no smoke detector over blank years old needed to be installed in the home. The potential buyer immediately requested that all smoke detectors be replaced. The home was a remodeled home and every smoke detector was new. However, in that case, the buyer's agent did not go over the report and the buyer never asked the home inspector to clarify. Had they done so, they would have learned that on the report software, that is a warning that appears on all homes that are resales. During the inspection period, you will see 3 types of buyers. The first will hand the report to you and say fix everything. Our advice for this buyer is that you should negotiate and determine the items that are key items that you want repaired. We also encourage our sellers to look at the items and ask themselves, would I want this repaired? Dealing with this type of buyer is where having an experienced listing agent who has good working relationships with subcontractors really pays off. David and I usually are able to get reasonable estimates for our clients to assist them with answering these requests. The second type of buyer will ask for areas to be repaired that they are most concerned about. These are the most common negotiations that agents deal with and usually can be worked out without too many issues. The final type of client is a unicorn and asks for nothing to be repaired. This happens rarely in our market, but if you are a seller and experience this type of buyer, then congratulations, your experience will be rare. Stay tuned for more information on what is going on behind the scenes of your real estate transaction.